Hello everyone, this is Time Death. Today I just wanted to share my personal experience with gender dysphoria, how it has affected my life, how it changed over time, how I came out, and finally I'll go into a little into where I am currently. Now my personal experience with dysphoria has changed as I've gotten older. After all, I used they/them pronouns for quite a while, although for all of my time here I preferred she/her pronouns. I was using it as a cover to hide the fact I was a girl. Don't ask me why I did this. I am a little socially strange, okay. You could also say, I was a little closeted. Now at a young age, I was aware of people whose gender identity didn't fit what it was assigned, as I believe I became aware of transgender people as a concept when I was 6 or 7. It wasn't really until the age of 12 I began to explore myself and the other options available in terms of expression and identity. Eventually determined I was most likely non-binary. Granted, this was a 12-year-old TD, so I was still learning. However, over time, the dysphoria just got worse and worse until I looked at myself again and, with the help of a hired astrophysicist, I figured out that I was a girl, not a man or non-binary. A couple of weeks later, I would come out as non-binary to my parents. Primarily, I didn't want to fully come out, I didn't know how people would react at the time. Eventually this became such a burden that I just decided, you know what, hyperlink blocked it and decided to tell the truth of the matter along with coming out publicly. Now coming out was a gradual process. First it was my parents, then I went into the terraria community, then I went fully public about this. As for the timescale, I went for around 1 month in total as a slower reveal. I also don't recommend coming out publicly in online spaces later than I did because, well, the reactions weren't really the greatest. Speaking of the reactions that I got, well, they were primarily negative, with some positive. My parents didn't really care much and are much more supportive than anything. Which is something I appreciate. For the other people in my life, it was more of a mixed bag. Some people didn't give a single damn, others were straight up transphobic or were trying to push my buttons purposely. With the people in my personal life, if they're the type of people to ditch you for your own identity, then I don't think they're really great people to hang out with to begin with. Not only that, but right now it's extremely annoying not having the resources available to transition and not having the money to change my name. Like, why is this $300? I guess David Basocki needs his 7th yacht with the boys. As for where I am currently, well, first I'm trying to get certain people I'm still in contact with more used to my identity. Although sometimes it feels like an uphill battle for some people, even if they're supportive. You know, the ones that didn't ditch me out completely. I can understand why it would take a bit for people to get used to this change, however. I also am trying to get through both the proper therapy and to eventually take the proper steps to get on estrogen or HRT. Now this was most certainly something I wanted to get off my chest for a while. Heck, this video had its original idea back in June and now it's like October. Just to recap, I first went into my personal experience, which was mostly my history of having gender dysphoria, then I went into how I came out along with the reactions I got. Finally, I went into a little into how it's affected my life along and where I am currently. Now anyways, that's all and I'll see you next time.